praise and adoration to him as always. And I will, of course, should I say, unfailingly pray in the language of heaven. Some may misunderstand, some of them may try to misconstrue, but one thing is certain right now, in the presence of the Almighty God, Elohim, Adonai, El Shaddai in heaven, the angels are singing, worshiping, and praising the Most High with the very oldest language on the face of this very earth, the Igbo language. And that's how I'm going to pray. Ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ ime ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọbụla ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọbụla ya bụ ọka aka ụbọchị niile ka anyị na-etuga eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ, ndị gboo wee tụọ oge ebighị ebi, onye nwe m ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe na ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ na nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onwe ihe ọbụla ka anyị nwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anụkpa akụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ, maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịghị ma ruo mgbe ebighị, n'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu. Ọ bịa nwere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ wee na-arịọ gị na-asị, lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt otu wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu bụ zuu nke mmadụ dị ndụ ke anyị wee na-aja gị mma, na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị anyị ga-ekele ya ha nsọ gị, wee nye gị nsọpụrụ na eji ama mgbe niile, n'ihi na anyị nweghị ịchọ ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị nwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nsọgbụkwụ anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile. Anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ. Anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị na-efe nwa ya isi ala nye ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. Anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija mma, na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasịsi wee baa ha ọnụ, ha wee daa hapụrụ ikonye ọzọ. Obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala ọkwa n'ihi eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anyị ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkọ ha nsọ gị, na-asị na ebe gị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị, na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana wee onye kere na otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị ebi, mara onye nke a na-ajọ gị. Ise ise ise. Having handed over our proceedings to heaven, we must therefore proceed unfailingly and very speedily to preach this very gospel that we have been mandated to preach.
Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much, and remember, in this channel, we talk about the plight of the people in the contraption called Nigeria. It doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter where you belong. As long as you are indigenous to Nigeria, you are in problem. And we have a common enemy. The only common enemy we have is the Fulani Janjaweed, who have sworn that we will not know peace. We are not preaching a hate speech. We are not speaking against people. We are coming against those who are coming against us. Those who say we will not leave. We said leave and let us leave, but they said they will not allow us to leave, and we will not allow them to leave either. Those are the people we are coming against. Even if you are a Fulani and you are sincere, all you have to do is to speak up. Speak up about the atrocities that your people are committing. You cannot be silent and telling me that all Fulanis are not the same. Meanwhile, you are condoning the evil that your people are doing. You see people coming up to say that you don't generalize, you don't call all Fulanis the same. If you feel that you are not the same thing with those who are killing people, why are you protecting them? Why are you protecting them? Why are you not speaking up about the issue? Why are you not speaking up about the atrocities that your people are committing? That is why we are talking about when we call Fulanis, we don't take anybody out. They are the same. They are the same. They are supporting the evil in one way or the other because it pays their own bills. It pays their bills and it follows their agenda. The only agenda that the Fulanis have, which we know, is the agenda that has been put down by Ottoman Danfodio. The agenda to make sure that the whole contraption called Nigeria is being Fulanized and Islamized with their own kind of Islam. I say it all the time. The kind of Islam that these Fulani Janjaweed are projecting are not the same type of Islam that we know. We have Muslims in the southeastern part of Nigeria. We have them in the southern part of Nigeria. There are so many of them, and they are living with people peacefully. But in the side of that very contraption called Nigeria, in the northern corner, they are not the same. They are not the same. They don't practice the same thing. That is why you see some imam even speaking up, talking against what is happening. But you can never see a Fulani Janjaweed imam talking against the terrorists, because they are the same. They are the same. When you hear about the terrorists, even the government in power, a terrorist government in power that you all know, supporting this very evil agenda, supporting the very evil, every projection that this very Boko Haram have put in place is being promoted by this government, the government of Mohammadu Buhari. We call it a terrorist government. People don't know why we are saying it. We have been calling them a terrorist government, but people don't understand, they don't believe, until even somebody who was an insider came out to announce it. Came on national television to tell us how evil this government is, the kind of people who we have in the government that is in Nigeria today. The people in the government of Nigeria today are the people who want Nigeria to be Islamized, who want Nigeria to be Fulanized. That is the kind of people we have in power today. And they are pursuing that agenda by all means possible to make sure that they accomplish it with the shortest time that they have. You can see how they have already succeeded in the northern part of Nigeria. The northern part of Nigeria has been taken over. It has been completely taken over. And they are doing nothing about it. Instead of going after the terrorists, they are going after the innocent people in the southern part of Nigeria, who are peaceful. Even the killings you are hearing about in the southern part of Nigeria is being orchestrated by these terrorists from the north. The terrorists from the north, they are military terrorists. They are the ones who are terrorizing people in the southeastern part of Nigeria and the southern part of Nigeria as a whole. They are not there to protect the people. They are not there to protect the people. They are only there going against those who are protecting themselves, as they have refused to protect us. The government of Nigeria have refused to protect any indigenous tribe in that very country called Nigeria. It doesn't matter your religion. They don't care. They have refused to protect every indigenous tribe. Instead, they are sending their military against those who are willing to protect themselves. Today, they want to hunt down ESM by all means possible, chasing ESM from one angle to the other. They have not been able to chase those terrorists whom they are exporting to the southern part of Nigeria. They didn't stop them. Instead, they are going against those who are stopping those terrorists from coming. And you are still there talking about one Nigeria. You must be out of your senses. You can see what happened recently. They killed the brother of Sowore, who has been fighting strongly, who has been fighting, even fighting for one Nigeria. He was fighting for a renewed Nigeria. He was fighting for a revolutionary Nigeria. That is why we say Nigeria can never work. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter the kind of name you give it. The only thing that will work in that contraption is disintegration. Why are you scared of calling for disintegration? Why are you scared of calling for a breakup? Why are you still trying to be politically correct when you know that what you are talking is trash? It doesn't hold water. Today, the younger brother of Sowore is being killed by this same herdsmen in the southern part of Nigeria. They didn't kill him in the north. They went to the southern part of Nigeria and killed the brother of Sowore. He is now dead. And Sowore is there protecting, fighting for those who call themselves one Nigeria. Fighting the best way he knows how to fight. But it is all clear that the only solution that we have there is the solution of our MAZI NNAMDI KANU breakup. Referendum. Let there be a referendum so that people will decide their fate, what they want. That is the call of our MAZI NNAMDI KANU. MAZI NNAMDI KANU has been calling for self-determination, asking for a peaceful referendum for people to decide their fate. Instead of granting this referendum or listening to him, they have demonized him, they kidnapped him, brought him to Nigeria, and they are detaining him in Nigeria. They think it's going to end it. It is not going to end well. It's not going to end it. The terrorist government we have in Nigeria will surely pay for every crime they are committing. When people are telling you that Nigerian government is a terrorist government, some think it's a child's play. It is not a child's play. It is not a propaganda. It is not a propaganda. If you think it's a propaganda, I want you to hear from this man. Let him explain to you. One of the people who is a minister in this very government was somebody who spearheaded the killing of a student in form of a fatwa in the north. And today he's in power, controlling. He's in charge of your communication. Everything you say, he hears it. He directs it. How do you think that a country will survive when the country is being controlled in the hand of the person who supports terrorism? I want you to hear from this man once again. Maybe your senses will come back and you'll begin to ask for disintegration of this very killer contraption.
Whole country working together, not just the army. Now, to get the whole country working together, there are some things you don't allow. I'm going to say, for instance, that the presidency has a few questions to answer. Because if you want to build the confidence of the people, there are some things that we must never allow. I'm going to tell you that apart from the minimum ones I've mentioned, the major one that is undermining the effort of this war right now is the fact that in 2004, I was involved in an evacuation. Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, they had just slaughtered one boy in their mosque. A young Christian, Sunday Achi was his name. When I got there, the other students who had fatwas on them that were meant to be killed in a university, we evacuated them, brought them to Lagos. Like I said, I worked with CAN presidents through the years. And this has been happening through the years, so it's not as if it's a Buhari era thing. It's just that the buck stops at the table of leadership. Now, the major question we're asking ourselves is this. The young boys that we interviewed then, the testimonies we took, the person who put a fatwa on them and supervised the killing of one of them is a federal minister now. Even after he was exposed globally. You see, how on earth do we want to... I mean, we are one of the people who are rallying people and saying, look, this thing is not religious. It is a religious cover. The best way we can win in Nigeria is, first of all, to blow the religious cover. It is not religious. It is not religious. But when a man who supervised the killing of a... And he was 31 years old then. So how do we give such an excuse? Who's going to listen to this?
Pastor Thompson, if you say you supervised the killing...
the evacuation.
The evacuation.
I supervised the evacuation. The guys supervised the killing.
That's what I'm saying.
I spoke to the people involved not too long ago. They are still shaking.
You were not there, sir.
I evacuated the students and I spoke to them.
Okay, so because this is, the minister is not here to be able to say his own side of what's going on. So we're just
apart from that, globally, he was on Al-Qaeda's website, globally, posting stuff in recent years.
After hearing from this man, are you still asking for one Nigeria? The funniest thing that even the people who are making the revelation are still sitting back there talking about one Nigeria. One Nigeria they know that will never ever work. It doesn't matter how you paint it. You talk about constitutional review, you are wasting your time. You talk about making a new constitution, you are wasting your time because it is not going to fly. You talk about restructuring, they will never accept. There is nothing you bring on the table that will accept. Why don't you up your game and call for referendum? All these people who are coming to media to speak good English, coming to media to come and showcase their talent, to come and showcase their certificate or whatnot, why not you say the right thing? Why not say the truth for once? After knowing fully well that we are all in trouble, we are all trapped, why not you use your platform to ask for referendum? What is stopping you from asking for referendum? Which is the right thing to ask? That is the difference between our Supreme Leader MAZI NNAMDI KANU and every other agitator in that country of Nigeria. MAZI NNAMDI KANU is straightforward. Consistency. That is the pledge of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. Consistency. What he has been saying from the very first day he started this agitation is what he's still saying till today. Self-determination. True referendum. Why don't these people who have now realized that the Fulani agenda is to Islamize this country, is to Fulanize this country, is to play their own role, is to kill everybody, why don't you now join the struggle and ask for referendum? You see them coming to national television to speak grammar and speak good English, deceiving the masses. After knowing fully well that the things cannot work, you are deceiving the masses, pushing forward things that you know that can never ever work. Things that you know can never work. They continue to push out lies every and again. Now they are talking about election. There will be no election in Anambra State. It doesn't matter how you try to paint it or try to preach it. It cannot happen because you all are a bunch of liars and criminals. And what the election is doing is to play the script of the Janjaweed, to fasten the Islamization. That is what the election will do. What election will do in Nigeria is to fasten the Islamization and make sure that the country is Islamized as fast as possible. They will never offer you anything good. The only thing that they have to offer you is death. When Goodluck Jonathan was there, he inaugurated a committee to make sure there is a review on the constitution and make sure that this very contract will be renegotiated. They saw it coming. They saw that Jonathan, who is from the southern part of Nigeria, is about to renegotiate Nigeria. They tried by all means possible to push him out, using the same people who are in the southern part of Nigeria, using the same southerners who are supposed to be fighting for themselves. they use them against their own. They pushed away Jonathan, even though I never liked Jonathan because he never did anything for the southern part of Nigeria. Instead, he was favoring the north. The same north he was favoring were the people that came against him and threw him out. Even when he was going sincerely to make sure that every indigenous tribe in that contraption got justice, they pushed him out. Push all manner of lies. Those who preach all those lies, every lie that they have spoken against Goodluck Jonathan, they used to push him out, is what they are doing today double. They are doing today double. Today they have sunk the country deeper into division, into destruction. There is nothing that can be salvaged in Nigeria anymore. It doesn't matter how you try to paint it. They will continue to lie to you as long as you continue to legitimize their evil through election. They will continue to lie to you. I would like to remind you what they told you before they brought the monster that is killing you now. They told a lot of lies which you people have forgotten. I will play it as a reminder for you. Listen to one of the evil men, El-Rufai, who brought us where we are today. Let us listen to him, what he was saying before they came to power.
This is their record. The exchange rate has moved from 120 to the dollar to 240 to the dollar. That is Jonathan's record. Jobs have been destroyed. Livelihoods have been destroyed. Over 1 million people have been displaced because of incompetent and corrupt security mismanagement. Meanwhile, during this period, oil prices have been at their all-time high. Trillions have been budgeted for security, but the only thing you see are mansions in Abuja owned by ministers of defense and generals. We know these houses, we know the owners. This is the record of the Jonathan administration in the last 6 years. That's why they don't want to talk about it. So what do they talk about? They move from church to church preaching religious division. They move from town to town preaching ethnic division. They have no record to run on. They take photographs of private estates and claim that the government built the estates. They take photographs of railway bullet trains from Port Harcourt and claim that it's federal government train system. They lie for a living. Do not believe anything they say. Even when they say good morning, check, it is probably evil. So do not be deceived. I am here before you as a father of young people like you because I have many children. We don't count our children. We count blessings. That I care about your future. We all care about your future because we have children too. And we want you to stand up and vote for change. On that day, you get your BBCs. Don't be intimidated by anyone in uniform. Remember, a few weeks ago, we needed to get the help of Chad and Niger to chase Boko Haram. So don't let them scare you. They should not scare you. Go out with your permanent voter's card and vote for the party and the candidates that will secure your future. That party is the APC. That party is the APC. Those candidates are the candidates of the APC that emerged through transparent primaries, not criminal imposition. The APC is different. We are different. We represent integrity. General Buhari represent that. We represent performance. Fashion that there embodies performance. We represent courage and standing for what is right. Governor Amechi represents that. We represent honor. Governor Fayemi is the only politician in Nigeria's history that congratulated his opponent, even when he knew he was rigged. That is the APC. Compare us with the other criminal enterprise. Thank you very much.
You can see, these were the people that were preaching. Everything that he is saying now it has gotten worse in the time that we are now. Ranging from the exchange rate, from whatever, from insecurity, everything that he was saying there has now become worse than anything you can think of in the planet Earth. And today they are all silent. Those people who are sitting along there listening and laughing, they are silent today. They can't say anything. They can't say anything. And you still want to legitimize them. Tomorrow they will come again to lie to you to vote. And you will wake up from your own house, sit in the sun and put your finger you're voting, knowing fully well that they have drawn their plan already, choosing what they want to do. Why do you continue to legitimize the people who want to kill you? It cannot continue in the southeastern part of Nigeria, mainly starting from Anambra State. There will be no election. There will be no election in Anambra State. It doesn't matter how they try to paint it. It doesn't matter who is involved. If it is your father, if it is your mother, if it is your brother, your sister, tell them to withdraw for their own life's sake. Don't participate in anything that has to do with the election in Anambra State. Either to go and vote, either to go and officiate, either to participate as an aspirant, whatever at all they call it that has to do, either to be a driver to convey materials that belong to INEC. A driver to convey it. If you try it, you will pay with your own life. The government will kill you, that is for sure. I'm giving you a guarantee 100% that you're going to die in order to frame IPOB, because they know that the indigenous people of Biafra, which is every Biafran, we are not interested in their voting. They will do everything to demonize it, and they are going to use their military to kill you in order to frame ESN and IPOB. If you participate in the election, already you have signed your death warrant and you must surely die. There will be no election in Anambra State. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they do. We are going home. The only election that can happen in Southern region is referendum. The referendum is the only vote that we can cast in the Southeastern region. There is no other vote. We are not prepared to cast any other vote apart from the vote of referendum. These people are a bunch of lies. Liars, bunch of liars. You saw when they were coming up, they told different kinds of lies. They will lie to you, and they will continue to lie this lie in every election. You yourself, knowing fully well that your voters can. Look at Imo State. Look at how destroyed Imo State is today, because they imposed somebody who was not elected. From fourth position, who didn't even contest, they brought him to rule Imo State. Today, look at Imo State. And you want to legitimize another evil in Anambra State. It cannot happen. Enough is enough. It's a time to go home. Time to go home. The monster who have died that was buried in Saudi Arabia, the Buhari who have died, even when he won that election, after the 100 days, he started changing tone. After 100 days, he told you not to expect much for him. After 10 one of lies, you have forgotten. I will play the video for you to show you where they started from, where they begin to give you the sign, but you never listened. You never listened. Watch.
Those who are following the trail of our campaigns and see how people were turning out, some becoming emotional and crying, I am really getting scared. If I get there, they will expect miracles within the next week or months. That would be very dicey handling that one. And I think we have to have a deliberate campaign to temper high expectation with some reasonableness on the part of those who are expecting miracles to happen. But this goes to our first 100. Some of it is fraudulent, and I don't want to participate in any fraud in any form. Nigerians know that we are in trouble as a people and as a country. And when we get there, we will quickly get a correct intelligence of what is on the ground and inform Nigerians. And just in line with what I have just read, we will make sure that misappropriation, misapplication of public resources will not be allowed. And we will be surprised how much savings we will realize. And that saving will be plowed back into development. And this is what I can promise. But I will remove that 100 days mystery some politicians created.
That was Buhari. After 100 days, after 100, that was what he said. He told you not to raise your hope. Don't expect miracle. Don't expect magic. Somebody who was supposed to come and make amendments, that was the information he was passing. Don't expect miracle. And today, here are we. Even after he has died, the person who is playing the script, playing the same script that he has left behind, knows that Nigeria cannot be salvaged. They know. The whole elites, those people we are voting for, all those people parading themselves as politicians, they know that Nigeria can never be salvaged. Nigeria can even, what did they call him? What they call former governor of Rivers State, the one that is the Minister of Transport now, Amechi. Amechi said it in one of the audio that was captured, where he was saying that Nigeria can never be better.
These are not things you publish. You publish it, you will never see it any day. 3 years of Buhari, everybody is dying, crying. Pressmen are crying, farmers are crying, workers are crying, politicians are crying, students are crying. 3 years old. Rate of poverty is very high. People are hungry. Nigeria will never change. So you should learn to gossip with your
They should learn to gossip with us because you chose to do that with us, and we appreciate it.
I've written to the governor of Katsina. I don't know why he has not replied. To give us land in Daura for the university. That's one. So the university in Daura, the next university will be my village. University of Transportation to me. Why are you laughing now? All of you are graduates of one another. There's a common saying we got when we are small. Charity begins where? My own begin abroad. The president is not listening to anybody. He doesn't care. He can write anything he wants to write. The president doesn't care. Does he read? He will read, he will laugh. He say, come and see, they are abusing me here. In fact, there was one case of somebody in Odisha, a trader who couldn't sell his goats, you understand? Salah. And I was with a guy in the plane. And the man was busy abusing Buhari because of Buhari, nobody buying this. He said, come. And what's my business with Odisha goat seller? This country won't change, I swear. Nothing can, you know what this country can change? Is everybody is killed. This country is going nowhere, I swear. Nothing, you know, even if you divide the country to 10, it will still not change. No, I'm not joking. When Magnus was my SSG, I told him, this country is hopeless and helpless. So I stop it now. Coming from the governor, nobody, don't be saying that. When 2 months in Abuja, so this country is hopeless and helpless. I said, why? He said, you're right. The only thing they do in Abuja is share money. They don't work.
Amache said that Nigeria can never be salvaged. So they know what is happening. All they are trying to do is to play on the gallery, just satisfy themselves, steal as much as they can steal as much as they can steal for their family, and deceive you. And they will continue to do it again and again. And all they need is for you to put on your signature to sign up for your own debt. Each time you go to the phone booth to vote, you are equally putting your signature for your own debt. Each time you go to the polling booth to vote and say you are voting for election, you are actually legitimizing your debt, legitimizing your subjugation, legitimizing your betrayal, legitimizing the killing that is happening in Nigeria. That is why Biafrans have decided that it can never happen again. Enough is enough. We have given them enough time to repent and refuse to repent. Now we are taking the power onto our hand and do what is needful. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. They will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra will come. That is the message we are seeing of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. And for those of you who have not started listening to the message of MAZI NNAMDI KANU, go and listen to the messages of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. You will be energized. You will not be distracted. A lot of rumors are going, a lot of confusion, a lot of distraction, east, west, right, left, and center. The only way you can run away from this distraction that is coming is by listening to the messages of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. Every of his broadcasts, go and listen to his broadcast from anyone you can lay your hand upon. Listen to them. They have a message to give. Don't say they are old broadcasts. There is no message of MAZI NNAMDI KANU that doesn't have anything to offer at every given time. They are not old, they are new every morning, and they will energize you and give you direction, what to do, where to go, and how to fight along. That is why I play his messages every now and again. And today we are going to listen to another brief message of MAZI NNAMDI KANU to get an insight what to do, on how to follow, on what is the mindset of our student leader. and the mindset of Chukwuka Abbiama about us. Let us watch.
No country on this earth that survives on a foundation or a bedrock of multiculturalism, it doesn't exist. That is why multiculturalism in Africa is dead on arrival. It can never work. Because we are tribal beasts by nature. We are tribal by nature. That is why we travel from wherever we are during New Year's, during Christmas, during Easter, during New Year Festival to go back home where we come from. Because that is where we identify with. Now, let me ask the U.S. ambassador a very simple question. Is United States of America a multicultural society? U.S. that was created and built by Western Europeans. U.S. was created, should I say, created by God, of course. Built by Western Europeans. Mostly English people that was fed up with the way of life of the English monarchy. They went to America on merry roads. I want to ask the U.S. ambassador, I want to teach Africans what they don't know this evening. There is no country that functions on this multi-ethnic rubbish. Nowhere in the world, not even the USA, that was created by people who are not indigenous to America. The owners of the soil of America are Native American Indians. That is a fact of life. God gave America to Western Europe to develop and gave them a special grace to be the beacon and the light and the conscience of the world. Because God knew that if he had left all these wonderful people in Europe, they would become contaminated. He removed them from Europe, sent them to America, built a wonderful nation as a shining light and a beacon for the whole world to look up to. Even that America that was built from scratch by people who are not indigenous to the land is not multicultural. Why am I saying this? America was founded on the principles of Judeo-Christian, Greco-Roman, democratic value systems. I repeat, America is not multicultural. They accommodate other races and other nations. Yes, they can accommodate you. But where you're coming into, the bedrock, the foundation of America is based on Judeo-Christian principles, Greco-Roman political ideology, which is republicanism. America is not multicultural. America is Western Europe. The value systems of Western Europe, Judeo-Christian, Greco-Roman, Republican governance. Had America been a multicultural society, they would have space for Sharia. I'm now addressing the U.S. ambassador to try to tell them to stop deceiving people. We are educated, we went to school for a reason. We're enlightened and we have our brain intact. There is no country on this earth that runs on this wishy-washy multiculturalism. It doesn't happen. What you have are established order and value systems upon which various cultures can now coexist. If you go to America, you coexist under the provisions of the United States Constitution. And the U.S. Constitution is a Christian constitution, not Islam. America is not multicultural, but under that bedrock of liberty and egalitarianism, you allow other cultures to come in. But first of all, they must swear allegiance to the, or take an oath to uphold the Constitution of the USA. That is something that the U.S. ambassador never told the Janjaweed that went to visit her. The same way that Nigeria cannot function as a viable entity. Wole Soyinka knows what I'm talking about. I'm even sure somebody who claims he's learned, as Bishop Coker is, understands what I'm talking about. No country on this earth. The value system of the state of Israel is based on Judaic principles. The value system of Russia is entirely theirs, it's based on theirs. It's the Russian way of doing things from times of the Tsar. If you go to Saudi Arabia, it is essentially a Sharia Islamic state. You can live there, no problem. You can build your churches if you want. I think they've not ready to allow churches to be built. But it is never a multicultural society. Japan is not a multicultural society. China is not. They can accommodate you. But that doesn't mean they have multi. This is type of nonsense they feed Africans. And we fall for that very gimmick of multiculturalism. At the end of the day, you end up with a useless contraption like Nigeria. You don't have any value system that anybody anywhere can define. If I talk about the USA, I can talk about hamburger in the USA. We can talk about, what else do they have in the USA? Hamburger, you can talk about, what's it called? What are the traditional dishes? Apple pie and all the rest of it. You can say that these are American dishes. If you go to the UK, you can talk about maybe mashed potato and bangers and mash, which is sausage and mashed potato as their national meal. That's understandable. But I ask you, if you come to Nigeria, what is the national dish of Nigeria? Does the Fulani Janjaweed eat ofe egusi, where we come from? Does an Igbo man eat a wedu soup? The answer is no. So on what basis is all this so-called multicultural foundation going to be laid upon? On what? We are not one people. We may be black, we may be African, but we're not one people. Not even one religion. If Britain cannot stay in an EU that is entirely Christian, EU is entirely Christian. Britain left. Nigeria, you don't know if Nigeria is Christian or in fact is Islamic. So for me to accept the multiculturalism being preached by the US ambassador, I have to embrace Islam as my religion. That's what it means. And some of you get taken in by all this rubbish. And I feel sorry for you. Yeah, sometimes when I say this, I'm being very arrogant. If you're educated, you will understand that no nation is multicultural. They allow other cultures to come in. It doesn't mean they're multicultural. They have a viable space where multicultural ideas or identities can thrive. But the foundation has to be monolithic. It has to be one dominant value system and ideology. That's how it is all over the world. Don't let anybody fool you otherwise. That is the same reason why you have this anomaly. In a so-called republic, you have royal fathers in a republic. Because you are trying to shuffle multiculturalism. You are trying to marry the feudal system of the North, the monarchical system of the West, and the Republican system in the East, to marry them into one. And what you have is entirely rubbish, and that is why Nigeria can never work. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. Competing value systems. Nobody wants their own value system to be subsumed under another person's value system. This is something that the US ambassador never told you. But here I am telling you today. Because if you come here, you become educated. If you come here, you become enlightened. If you come here, you stop being a zoo animal, you become a human being. That is why we are the largest and, of course, the most consistent broadcasting platform insofar as Africa is concerned, right across the world. Millions listen to us because they know we preach the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. That is why this very day, because you are in one Nigeria, in multiculturalism, the army will come to Olo to defend Fulani Janjaweed living in our forests. We went to Olo to defend our people. They came, they arrested the clerics. Men of God, they arrested all of them. How many times have you heard that imams were being arrested in the north? Or that villages were being invaded in the north and imams being arrested? Only in Biafra land. And this is your multiculturalism. This is a place where you want all of us to stay somehow to pretend that all is well when we know that it is not. In that same Nigeria is where Fulani headsmen openly boast about conquest. Benue State is one. That is why I feel sorry for the idiots talking rubbish from Benue. They came and they made the same bold claim on Edo State. And I quote, "We will kill all policemen and take over Edo State." Vanguard publication of January 23, 2021, this year. Only 2 months ago. Nothing happened to them. Only the Fulanis can lay claim to land that doesn't belong to them and nobody will say anything. When you try to respond, they come against you. And your average foolish Nigerian who cannot reason properly, they're not educated very well, I'm sorry to say, will side with the oppressor. It's only in Nigeria where the victim becomes the accused. You came into Olo, Hope Uzodinma tried to give you land in Olo to build a Fulani settlement, and we said no to it. That's all. We talk about Olo crisis, and now they're trying to blame IPOB, they're trying to blame Eastern Security Network. But all of you are aware of the fact that Nigeria Army and Nigeria Police are essentially Fulani Janjaweed terrorists in uniform. the newspapers, all the articles, everywhere, the national discourse is replete with instances of Fulani being supplied.
After hearing from MAZI NNAMDI KANU, I must tell you I'm energized more than ever. I'm stronger more than ever. He is my source of energy, my source of strength, and I will never stop listening to his messages. None of his messages is owed to me. They are all new, and they all have a message to give at every time. And I encourage you to also listen to his messages. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect MAZI NNAMDI KANU. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to strengthen MAZI NNAMDI KANU. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to give MAZI NNAMDI KANU strength. Give him more power. Give him more knowledge and wisdom so that he will lead us to the promised land. Thank you so much for watching, and remember this. Bye-bye. See you again on the next video.